everybody. So we are coming to you guys today because we wanted to talk about consistency and how consistency is really that's the key to any type of change, right? So we always talk in the office, because people will be like, why do I have to come back? Why do I have to come back? And we're going to talk about this and the whole, once you go to a chiropractor, you always go to a chiropractor? Because you always hear that all the time.
Yes.
And
I actually saw that on, Facebook earlier this week. Someone was recommending or was asking for recommendation for chiropractors. And then there was, a comment that said, once you go, you always have to go back. And I was like, I really wanted to comment and be like,
but once you work out and you actually hit that goal, do you have to work out? You gotta keep working out. So, and that's what we're gonna talk about because you always hear that. And so the thing is, I know my battery might die before we get done here, but so we wanted to talk to you guys about why consistency is so key. And we often talk about if you go to a personal trainer. So say instead of your chiropractor, I'm your personal trainer, right? And you come to me and you have a goal of whether it's losing weight or getting ready for a marathon or things like that. Nobody will ever accuse me of running a marathon. I'll never do it. It's not on the bucket list. But, if you go to a personal trainer and you have these goals, say you want to lose weight, a lot of times they'll take, they take some measurements first. They'll take your weight and then they do a lot of times they'll measure your waist and your arms and all these types of things, right? And so say you work out with them that one day. Are they like, okay, go and go.
Yeah, see you later.
We'll see you later. Let us know when you want to come back, It's having that accountability too, because in order to actually see changes, it might be the weight comes off, or maybe your weight doesn't come off, but you see changes in your measurements. That's a huge thing too. So some people can get really frustrated because the weight's not coming off, but they see a lot of changes in measurements, and that's where they'll see the change first. Mm-hmm. So if I were to say, just come back whenever you want to, you'd be like, okay, I don't know what to do, right? Because there's no plan laid out and things like that. So one of the things that we do in our office is we have, what are your goals? And then let's create a plan. Because if we don't have a plan, we plan to fail. You hear that all the time. Yeah. And so Kendra, being her background with dietetics, same kind of thing. It's not like you can eat well one day and all of a sudden you're going to get your goals. You can't work out one day and all of a sudden you're going to hit your goals. Mm-hmm. That workout, great, right? Great for you that you worked out, but it really has no effect on that body. Same with eating right one day. Yeah. It's the consistency of doing that over time that's really going to create those changes. And that's where chiropractic comes in, is that we are creating change in your nervous system. And in order for you to create those changes and keep those changes going, it's consistency. It's just how the body works, right? And so a lot of times people will say, and I know my battery's going all crazy here. Once you go, you always have to go. And, we hear that a lot. And the truth is that that's up to you, whether you want to continue to live healthy or not. Just the same as you might reach your goal and all of a sudden, do you stop working out? Do you stop eating right? No, because you want to maintain that healthy lifestyle. And so we do offer the options of wellness plans and things like that, because a lot of people want to keep up with the changes that they've seen. They want their bodies to continue to function the best that they absolutely can. And so that's where people are like, oh, now I get it. Now I want to continue. But it's always up to you, just like working out. You don't have to continue to work out. Right. You don't have to continue to eat right, but that's totally on you. Yeah. And we were talking, we were like, along the way, everybody's different. So as to when you actually hit that, it's going to be different for everybody. When you date somebody, it wasn't that 1 dozen roses that you sent on Valentine's Day that's going to make them fall in love with you. Absolutely not. It's all these little things that they just accumulate. And then one day you're like, wow, I'm in love with them. But there's never that one moment, right. Yeah. And then after, say, you get married, you have to continue to pour into them, right? You have to continue to date your spouse and do those little things. Otherwise, you kind of go backwards. You kind of fall out of love or you gain that weight. And so saying to go to a chiropractor is just when you have back pain. It's so are only people who, the only people who should work out are overweight people? No. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So consistency is key for anything, especially if you guys want to see change in your health. Consistency with chiropractic care, consistency with working out, consistency with eating right.
Right. Yeah.
Doing those things. and even making people fall in love with you. Consistency is key. So hopefully you guys learned a little something on this. That's definitely something we get asked a lot, right?
Definitely.
And so if you guys do have questions, though, let us know. Call our office and ask us. The great thing is that just like with a personal trainer, they continue to do measurements along the way and whatnot, and we continue to monitor and measure your progress as well with our Insight scans. So if you guys are curious about those, give our office a call.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later.